do like this, wait until the ants comes, and do like this.
The Amazon rainforest hides more than trees and rivers. It holds secrets that have baffled scientists for centuries. Beneath its dense canopy lie mysteries both alive and forgotten.
It's an alien-like creature, viral on social media.
These channels and pathways that they've found in the Amazon that could not have been created any other way.
The Amazon is a colossal mystery.
From ancient civilizations buried for thousands of years to strange creatures that defy explanation.
They are called glass frogs because you can see through them like glass.
As explorers venture deeper, each discovery challenges what we thought we knew about this untamed world.
Wow, this is hot.
Today we uncover astonishing footage from the Amazon, findings so strange and shocking that even experts struggle to explain them. 2,500 years old city. Archaeologists have finally captured the whole layout of a massive ancient city hidden deep in the Amazon, in the Upano area of eastern Ecuador near a volcano. Buried under a thick forest for thousands of years, the city was built about 2,500 years ago, and people lived there for up to 1,000 years. Estimates suggest the population may have reached tens of thousands, possibly even hundreds of thousands. Houses and plazas were connected by roads, paths, and canals, showing that the settlement was carefully planned and organized. Researchers believe the nearby volcano created rich soil that supported the city, but it may also have contributed to its eventual decline. Professor Stephen Rostein, who led the research, says the site is older than any other known in the Amazon. He explains that it challenges traditional Eurocentric views of civilization and changes how we understand Amazonian cultures. Co-author Antoine Dorison adds that the discovery shows ancient people lived in complex urban societies, not just small groups clearing land. To map the city, researchers used LiDAR, a laser-based technology to survey 300 square kilometers of forest. The scan revealed 6,000 rectangular platforms, each about 20 meters by 10 meters and 2 to 3 meters high. These platforms were grouped in clusters of 3 to 6 around plazas. Most were likely homes, while some were used for ceremonies. One large platform at Kilamopi measured 140 meters by 40 meters and was built by cutting into hills and layering earth. A network of straight roads and paths connected many of the platforms, including one road stretching 25 kilometers. Dorison calls the streets the site's most striking feature, noting their precision and possible ceremonial significance. Canals and ditches alongside some roads helped manage water, while other ditches may have blocked entrances to protect against threats. Excavations also uncovered pits, hearths, jars, grinding stones, and burnt seeds, revealing how the people lived and farmed. They likely ate maize and sweet potatoes and drank chicha, a type of sweet beer. Although the city was first discovered in the 1970s, a full survey was only completed after 25 years of research. The findings suggest the society was large and highly organized, possibly even larger than the Mayan civilizations of Mexico and Central America. Jose Iriarte, an archaeologist not involved in the research, notes that the octagonal and rectangular platform arrangements, along with the long sunken roads, show the people were interconnected and carefully structured. Professor Rostein says he was warned not to continue the research, as many scientists believed no ancient cities existed in the Amazon. Still, he pushed forward, and that determination led to one of the most important discoveries ever made in the region. Now, his team plans to explore another 300 square kilometers of nearby forest to see what else may be hidden. But the Amazon's secrets are not buried only beneath the ground. Its rivers, too, continue to hold mysteries that scientists are still struggling to understand. The Holadera. In the 1990s, a strange sight in the Brazilian Amazon basin caught the attention of Jeremy Wade, a television host and trained biologist who spent years studying rivers and the life within them. While exploring this vast region, he noticed an animal that resembled a river dolphin but lacked the smooth fin commonly seen on its back, replaced instead by a line of rough, uneven ridges. Wade first observed the animal from roughly 100 feet away while he was fishing, giving him enough distance to study its shape, but not enough to get clear answers. When he asked people living nearby if they had seen anything similar, they dismissed the idea entirely and suggested he must have been imagining things. Unwilling to let the experience fade, Wade returned to the same area the following year, determined to understand what he had seen. During this second visit, he spoke with a man who claimed to have seen the animal only weeks earlier and who referred to it by a local name, the holadera. Before leaving, Wade re-encountered the creature and managed to take photographs that showed the unusual markings along its back. Some explanations suggested it was a known Amazon river dolphin injured by fishing equipment or boat propellers. Yet the cuts appeared too even and deliberate to be the result of an accident. These details led Wade to question whether the markings were deliberate, possibly caused by a disturbed fisherman rather than an accident. Even though the animal was seen many times over the years, scientists never examined it up close, and no solid evidence was collected to confirm its identity. Still, not everything strange in the river remains a mystery. Some creatures are well documented, yet no less remarkable. The arapaima. This is the largest freshwater fish on Earth. It can grow up to 15 feet long and weigh up to 440 pounds, giving it a size and presence few fish can match. The arapaima's body is covered in thick, layered scales that work like natural armor, strong enough to protect it from predators such as piranhas. These scales are so durable that scientists are studying them as a model for bullet-resistant materials, showing how nature can inspire new ideas through simple strength and design. It also has the rare ability to breathe air, which sets it apart from most fish. Every 5 to 15 minutes, it rises to the surface for a breath, allowing it to survive in low-oxygen waters where other fish struggle. This advantage, however, comes with a cost, since surfacing so often makes the fish easier for people to spot. Beyond its size and unique features, the arapaima is also valued as a food source. One fish can provide a large amount of meat, making it highly sought after by local communities. But they must be careful sometimes. The river itself can become the greatest threat. The Amazon Hot River. The Shanay Timpishka, often called the boiling river of the Amazon, is a tributary of the Pachatea River, which flows into the Ucayali, one of the main sources of the Amazon River. It is considered the largest known thermal river in the world. The entire river system stretches about 5.6 miles, with nearly 4 miles dominated by extremely hot geothermal water. It begins as a regular jungle stream, cool and calm, before underground fault-fed hot springs pour into it, transforming it into something far more extreme. At its widest point, the river spreads nearly 100 feet across, and at its deepest, it reaches about 15 feet. Water temperatures range from near normal to as high as 194 degrees Fahrenheit. The hottest average temperature recorded reached 207 degrees, while the hottest spring temperature measured along the river was 210.4 degrees Fahrenheit. As you move closer to the boiling river, the environment slowly changes. The water shifts from cool to warm, then suddenly becomes dangerously hot, almost like stepping into an overheated bath. Along the edges, animals that wander too close can already be seen boiling from the heat. Thick steam rises constantly, filling the air and making the place feel unreal. The heat and smoke can overwhelm the body, creating the feeling of standing inside a massive outdoor sauna with no clear exit. Near the river's core, water temperatures have been measured at around 200.4 degrees Fahrenheit. The heat is strong enough to brew tea directly from the river water or cook an egg within minutes. There is no volcano nearby, yet the river produces heat powerful enough to rival volcanic activity, making it one of the most unusual natural systems on the planet. This intense heat comes from natural geothermal forces deep within the Earth. For local communities, the river is sacred and often used for spiritual healing. But even in the cooler waters nearby, survival is far from guaranteed. Payara, Often called the saber-toothed tigerfish or water wolf, the payara is one of the most frightening predators in the Amazon. This rare fish stands out for its long, sharp teeth, which can grow up to 6 inches and give it a fearsome look. These teeth are not only long but thick and powerful, with 2 large fangs that drop down like ivory blades. The payara is born with special openings in its upper jaw designed to hold these saber-tooth-like teeth in place. Using them, it attacks from below with speed and precision. As a meat-eater with a strong appetite, it feeds on many types of fish, including piranhas, tetras, and catfish. It also attacks small mammals and birds, and in rare cases, humans. Payaras live in fast-moving parts of the Amazon, where strong currents dominate. They are often found near waterfalls, using their long, slim bodies to cut through rushing water with ease. Their silvery color, paired with dark green or blue along the back, helps them move smoothly while staying hidden in turbulent conditions. This species lays eggs rather than giving birth to live young. A single female payara can release up to 100,000 eggs at a time. Once fertilized by the male, the eggs hatch quickly, often within just 24 hours. There are unverified stories from fishermen and locals claiming the water wolf has injured those who waded too far into its territory. Whether these stories are exaggerated or not, the payara's strength and quick reflexes explain why hooks, spears, and scars are worn proudly by local anglers as proof of close encounters. In appearance, the payara has a bright silver body with a dark spot behind the gill cover and another near the base of the pectoral fin. In adults, the tail appears darker near the base and gradually becomes lighter and more transparent toward the tip, completing the look of one of the Amazon's most unforgettable fish. The candiru fish. This tiny hunter, commonly called the toothpick fish or vampire fish, is famous for stories of it attacking unaware swimmers and forcing its way into their bodies. Its reputation alone has made it one of the most feared creatures in Amazon waters. The candiru is said to enter any opening it can reach, leaving its victim with a small eel-like catfish lodged inside and held firmly in place by stiff spines. Once attached, removal is extremely difficult because those spines lock the fish in place. Scientifically, the candiru is a parasitic catfish in the family Trichomycteridae. It measures between 5 and 10 centimeters long and has a thin, almost transparent body, a slightly flattened head, and a sharp dorsal spine. That spine helps it anchor itself to a host while it feeds on blood taken from the gills or other openings. The candiru locates its prey by detecting chemical traces released into the water, guided by a highly sensitive sense of smell. Feeding happens quickly, and within 2 minutes it can take in up to 30 times its body weight in blood. Most documented attacks involve the gills of large fish, but traditional stories claim the candiru can enter the intestines, anus, or urinary tract of mammals. Despite these accounts, no confirmed medical case proves that the fish has penetrated a human body. Reports only describe injuries and deaths among Amazon villagers and bathers, where the candiru was blamed without clear evidence. The puss caterpillar. Found among rainforest plants, the puss caterpillar is just about a centimeter long, looks soft and harmless, but it hides a powerful defense underneath its smooth coat of gold and brown hairs. Its first line of protection is disguise, allowing it to blend easily into leaves and tree bark. The rough, hair-like covering helps it stay hidden, and when it is disturbed, the caterpillar can drop quickly from its perch to escape danger. If that fails, the puss caterpillar relies on a more direct defense. Hidden within its fuzzy coat are sharp, venomous spines that stab into predators on contact. When these spines pierce human skin, they release toxins that cause raised, painful welts. Scientific studies show that the venom damages cell walls and blood vessels, leading to swelling, fluid leakage, and tissue injury. Despite the caterpillar's tiny size, contact can result in sudden pain that may last for a long time. Encounters with this small, unassuming insect serve as a reminder that appearance can be misleading in the natural world. Beyond surface injuries, medical warnings note that the toxin can enter the bloodstream, potentially leading to serious complications without prompt treatment. While most healthy adults recover without lasting effects, children and older adults are at greater risk of lasting effects after being stung. For them, immediate medical care is strongly advised, proving that even the smallest creatures can pose serious danger. T-Rex leeches. This parasite, which is usually less than 5 centimeters long, might be easily overlooked. However, inside its small mouth are 8 curved teeth, often called fangs, each measuring about 130 microns. While each tooth is under a millimeter long, they are roughly 5 times larger than those of most other leeches. This gives the leech a bite that is far more effective than its size suggests, but its feeding behavior is what truly sets it apart. Known scientifically as Tyrannobdella rex, this leech has a disturbing habit of entering its host rather than attaching to the skin. Using its strong teeth, it chews into soft tissue through natural body openings such as the eyes, nose, urethra, or rectum. The first recorded encounter happened in 2007 in Peru's central Chanchamayo province when doctors removed one from a young girl's nose. She frequently swam in lakes, rivers, and streams in the Amazon region and reported a strange sliding sensation deep inside her nasal cavity. That discovery brought the species to scientific attention. Reports showed that Tyrannobdella rex feeds on mucous membranes rather than skin. Under a microscope, researchers often see only 6 of the 8 teeth, as the remaining ones are difficult to detect. Its bite is often painless at first because its saliva contains enzymes that act as a natural anesthetic. This allows the leech to remain unnoticed while feeding. The moment the leech encounters tougher tissue or bone during feeding, it begins to twist, which can cause lasting damage to softer internal areas. Because of this, scientists debate whether its internal feeding strategy offers any real advantage over the external feeding methods used by other rainforest leeches. Regardless of that debate, its behavior has secured its reputation as one of the most unsettling parasites found in the jungle. Despite its disturbing habits, the T-Rex leech may hold medical value. Researchers at the American Museum of Natural History in New York are studying its saliva, which contains strong anticoagulant compounds. These substances could one day help develop drugs used to prevent blood clotting in medical treatments. The vampire wasp. True to its name, this wasp earns its vampire reputation through feeding behavior that goes far beyond a normal sting. Unlike typical wasps that strike once and fly away, this species turns its victim into a living shelter. The wasp itself is easy to recognize, with a bright yellow body and a length of up to 0.7 inches. It has an unusually large head which inspired its scientific name, Capitoyopa amazonica, often shortened to Capito, a word commonly used in Spanish to describe someone with a big head. Once the female settles on a host, her behavior becomes precise and deliberate. She strokes the victim with her antennae before inserting a single egg using her ovipositor, a narrow tube-like organ designed for egg-laying. The egg hatches after a few days, and the developing larva remains inside the host as it grows. This unusual life cycle was documented by a research team led by a doctoral student in biology at Utah State University. From egg to fully formed adult, the entire process takes about 1 month. During that time, the larvae develop inside the host, drawing nourishment from its blood and tissue while leaving it alive but weak. As the host's strength fades, it often dies before the parasites complete their growth. After the host dies, the larvae remain inside as they enter the pupal stage. When development is complete, the adult wasps chew their way out and emerge ready to repeat the cycle. According to long-standing stories, there have been rare claims of these wasps invading humans, though such cases are uncommon. For many small animals in the Amazon, however, a quick sting from this wasp leads to paralysis and a slow loss of strength. all to support the next generation growing unseen beneath the skin. Peanut head bug. To survive the constant dangers of the Amazon, the peanut head bug has developed several clever tricks. It uses false eyes to mimic snakes and lizards, distracting hungry birds and keeping itself safe. It can also blend in with bark or moss, disappearing into the jungle debris in seconds. A foul spray from its backside adds another layer of defense. As a true master of disguise, it has multiple ways to make a clean escape. The peanut head bug grows to about 3.3 to 3.5 inches long, with a wingspan of 3.9 to 5.9 inches. A distinctive swelling on its head measures approximately 0.4 to 0.6 inches. Its diet consists mainly of tree sap, feeding on species such as Hymenea courbaril, Simaruba amara, and Xanthoxylum. During the day, it usually stays hidden on tree trunks. When it lays eggs, it chooses the Hymenea courbaril tree, also called quapanol, and coats the eggs with a protective waxy substance. Not all discoveries in the Amazon are small or hidden. Some are too big and impossible to ignore. The wayward humpback whale. In 2019, an unexpected scene unfolded on Marco Island, Brazil, when the body of a young humpback whale was discovered far from the sea. The whale, only about a year old, measured 26 feet long and weighed roughly 10 tons. Its body was found nearly 50 feet inland from a nearby river, a location that immediately puzzled wildlife experts. Humpback whales are ocean animals, so finding one deep inside a mangrove area raised serious questions. The leading explanation suggests the calf became separated from its mother and was driven ashore by powerful storm waves. At the time, tides rose to nearly 4 meters. They flooded large sections of the mangrove forest, likely allowing the swollen body, filled with gases from decomposition, to be carried farther inland. The discovery was especially unusual given humpback whales' normal movement patterns. These whales are typically found thousands of miles south along Brazil's Bahia coast between August and November, where they gather to give birth before migrating back toward Antarctica by February. Finding a young whale so far from these routes made the situation even more challenging to explain. Because the body had already begun to break down, the exact cause of death could not be confirmed. Researchers considered several possibilities, including entanglement in fishing nets or a collision with a vessel. Another possible cause under investigation was accidental ingestion of plastic waste. Scientists and conservationists hope such incidents stay rare, especially as whale numbers continue to decline. Despite this tragic discovery, the rainforest is not defined solely by danger. Glass frog. The most shocking feature of the glass frog is its nearly transparent skin, especially along the belly, where the heart, stomach, liver, and intestines are clearly visible. This crystal-like appearance makes the frog look delicate, yet it thrives across tropical lowlands and mountain forests. There are around 160 species of glass frogs, most of them small, measuring between 20 and 30 millimeters in length, though a few can grow up to 80 millimeters. Despite their unusual see-through bodies, these frogs are harmless and remain tucked safely within the rainforest. Watching their tiny hearts beat through the skin can feel strange at first, but it offers a rare glimpse into the forest's hidden life. Amazonian giant centipedes. Deep in the Amazon, one of the forest's most fearsome inhabitants is the giant centipede, often called the dreadful hunter. As the second largest centipede in the world, it preys on frogs, rodents, snakes, and even young caimans and ocelots. The centipede's body is long and segmented, stretching over a foot, with dozens of legs that give it remarkable speed and agility. These legs allow it to weave through leaf litter and dense ground cover while hunting. Its brownish-yellow body is patterned with intricate darker designs that blend seamlessly with the forest floor. Tiny defensive hairs cover its body, and when threatened, it can display warning colors, signaling the danger of its venomous bite. Its fangs, called forcipules, deliver potent venom that can cause intense, lasting pain, Despite its terrifying reputation, the centipede avoids humans, preferring the quiet seclusion of the rainforest. But if provoked, it will not hesitate to bite. For anyone unlucky enough to feel its fangs, the sting is sharp, fiery, and unforgettable, a vivid reminder of the rainforest's hidden dangers. The Queen of Water Lilies. The giant lily pad Victoria amazonica floats, with its circular leaves stretching over 10 feet across, and its berry-red undersides lined with inch-long spikes that ward off hungry fish. These protective spines allow the flowers to grow and mature without disturbance, preserving their fragile beauty. The leaves' network of veins gives them strength, enabling them to support small wildlife as they rest or move across the surface. In the evening, the lily reveals its true marvel. A large white flower unfolds, releasing a sweet, enticing fragrance. Its petals curl around a deep central cavity nearly 2 feet wide, filled with golden spiked stamens that resemble a futuristic fruit hiding a secret treasure. By moonlight, the lily pad glows a soft neon blue, drawing scarab beetles for pollination. The flower's design guides and shelters these busy insects, holding them overnight to ensure fertilization before releasing them the following night. Thanks for watching. Now check out the videos popping up on screen for more unbelievable stories.